Hello, my name is James Williams, Director and Producer of Subspace Relay. Please stick around till after the credits for a special message from us to you.
Hailing frequencies open. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, UFS. This is Emma King.
And Rich Lombardia signing on for another episode of Subspace Relay. We have a great episode for you today and two great guests. But first, let's start with Here, There, Everywhere, news from the fleet. The Department of Temporal Investigation is doing whatever it is that they do. Currently, they're in... Wait, am I actually allowed to report on this? Over to you, Emma.
The USS Taylor Hawk Durant is engaged in a mission intercepting an unknown ship that may be violating the Prime Directive.
The USS Caligula has made contact with a Voth ship.
The USS Milo has probably successfully salvaged a dangerous cargo that crashed on a pre-warp planet. What do they mean by probably?
Couldn't tell you, but the USS Veracruz continues to monitor the Largo system.
Here on Penestri Colony, patrols have been reporting relative quiet, but advise all to keep their wits about them, if they have any.
Meanwhile, in the Necrid Expanse, which Emma can't spell or remember the actual name of, pirates continue to be a problem, and suspected rogue Starfleet ship has been reported, or has it?
Be right. The fleet can't really lose an entire ship and not know about it, right? Lieutenant Commander William's daughter, Supreme Princess Commander Jamie, has been serving drinks to the officers and crew of the USS Thor so that none of them go thirsty.
And a public service announcement, the incinerators in the officers' mess of HQ is specific for dead rich clone disposal. Please stop using the incinerator in the infirmary as it has caused a blockage that is overflowing into the life support system.
Upcoming special events here at UFS include, well, the ongoing Relay for Life Fantasy Fair, which continues through Sunday, May 9th. The Relay for Life Sci-Fi Con will be happening from May 13th to May 24th. Our own DJ Too Cool will be playing at Relay for Life Relay Stock on May 15th at 7 p.m. And a friendly reminder that the P&A ceremony will be on May 29th at 12 noon. And please remember that all recommendations for awards and promotions must be received by the 15th, after party directly after the ceremony. Looking for more to do? Check out the events listing at ufsstarfleet.org. Today's fact of the day, which I'm sure you're all dying for, is the hashtag or pound sign isn't actually called that. Its technical name is the Octothorpe. Coming soon to UFS, the USS Octothorpe. Just pound it. Hashtag UFS strong, hashtag into the void, hashtag where no one has gone before.
Today, we have two amazing guests. We have Vice Admiral Kermie Mistwallow and Fleet Captain Lizzie Austin. Kermie is the Chief of Starfleet Operations, Director of Promotion and Awards, Commanding Officer of HQ, Relay for Life, UFS Metamorphosis Team Co-Captain, and rumored Secret Sludge Overlord, as well as all-around nice guy. Shh, he's my boss now, I have to be nice. Lizzie is our very own HQ Medical Officer, as well as Relay for Life, UFS Metamorphosis Team Co-Captain. Welcome, both of you. We are really excited to have you here today, although we have a very serious subject for today's interview, Relay for Life. What is Relay for Life? Lizzie?
Well, the Relay for Life is very complex and a lot of fun for those of us that have had cancer or are caring for someone who has cancer. Basically, it's the largest fundraising event in the world. Every year, it pulls together millions of people from all over the world to help raise funds for cancer research support, various programs to help cancer patients and their families. Some of the programs that they provide for cancer patients and their families is Road to Recovery, which is volunteers who will take you back and forth to your treatments. They provide patient navigators who will help you throughout after you're diagnosed. If you are going to the doctor to be diagnosed and you don't know what to ask or what to do, you can call them and they will help guide you through the first appointment. There's also a 24-hour hotline for new and old patients who can call for more information. There's a lot of programs and just way too many to mention here. You can find more information about them in my forum posts. So there's a lot of good information in there, so be sure to read them. That's about it for right now.
Thank you so much, Lizzie. So next, what are the Relay for Life goals here in SL? Kermie?
Well, one of the main goals is to bring people together to help raise funds for research, but also to help bring awareness to cancer and its effects on the patient and their family. There's currently over 140 teams in Second Life, and we're part of that. Also, there's an opportunity for us to raise funds to provide support and services to cancer patients, survivors, and caregivers in Second Life. The funds raised are used to help fund the American Cancer Society Research Program, the Hope Lodge Program, and so many others. Globally, ACS provides funding for several global initiatives, such as the construction of the Kenyatta Hope Hostel in Kenya, Africa. I mean, cancer knows no nationality, and neither does the Relay for Life.
Thank you very much. Continuing with our theme of goals, what are UFS's goals in regards to Relay for Life, Lizzie?
Well, we're part of the biggest community in Second Life gathering to raise the funds. So that's our main goal, is to help raise funds. And our secondary ones are to support our members who have cancer or who had cancer, who have family that's gone through it, or their caregivers, or, just anyone basically that has been touched by this. I call it a cancer monster because it changes your life completely. So UFS is like a family. We're here to support each other in the worst of times of our lives, and we're here to support each other in our best times. We celebrate every success, and we help mourn every loss. We are there for each other, and relaying helps us fulfill this goal of being strong, supportive, and a community. Our goal in regards to RFL is to help raise funds and awareness about cancer, provide support to our members who are either patients, survivors, or caregivers, and support the overall community. We are fighters. We are fighting back against cancer and its devastating effects on patients and their families. And we also do this in honor of those we have lost to this monster.
And how can we participate in Relay for Life, Kermie?
There's many ways to get involved, whether it's directly with the American Cancer Society or through the events that UFS takes part in. One thing that we've asked the past couple of years is if you want to earn the UFS Relay for Life ribbon. It's kind of our way to say thank you for, helping our team move forward to fight against cancer. Sign up for the team on the HTS website. This not only allows us to track participation, but also to communicate with the team on any upcoming activities directly. Now, the events people can get involved in are always advertised in the groups in World or on Discord. For example, the Relay Weekend, you'd stand in a booth, represent UFS, walking around the Relay lap to raise awareness, getting involved in the sci-fi convention. Even so much as donating lindens, it all counts towards contributing to this cause that's been in our hearts for many, many years.
Clearly, you both are incredibly passionate about Relay for Life, and this next question is for both of you, but we'll start with Lizzy. How long have you been a part of Relay for Life?
Well, pretty much since I joined Second Life. I found Relay for Life in 2010. It was about a year after, so I joined in September 2009, and in July of 2010 is when I was attending my first relay. So it's been for a really long time. I was part of the team in another group, and ever since it's been my passion. It's my way of giving back to my caregivers and to let them know, hey, I really appreciate what you did for me in my surgeries. I appreciate what you did for me by holding my hand while I was taking the radiation therapy. And my mom, she was my primary caregiver, and I appreciate everything that she does. She is just this amazing woman, and she put up with me from when the hormones were out of control, because my cancer was thyroid, and so I was a roller coaster of freaking emotions. And can I say freaking?
You sure can. You can say whatever you like.
So I participate in this to give back, to honor the family that has passed away from the same cancer I had, and to honor my friends who have passed away, and my caregivers, because without them, I probably would not be here today. Oh, I guess in short answer, to make a long run short, 11 years.
Wow, that's incredible. How about you, Kermie?
My memory is not what it used to be, so I had to kind of think about when I got involved. And it must have been about 6 years ago that I first got fully involved with Relay for Life, and it was with the sci-fi convention. UFS kind of went through its own change, especially with the loss of PD Thor. So when I was first involved, our team was simply called United Federation Starfleet. But, we kind of put our heads together and thought about, where UFS was going, and Lizzy had this fascination with butterflies, who knew. So we changed our name to UFS Metamorphosis, because like a butterfly, we went through a change, and our hearts went out when PD died. The loss of Taylor Hogg Durant, recently Marath and Elena, so we're always going through a change. So when I got involved, it was very on the light side of things, but I've always supported the charity. I've always been aware of UFS's involvement in RFL. I became a co-captain a few years ago due to being a caregiver of my mother-in-law, who sadly lost her battle. Even last year, I lost my former boss to cancer. So this is a charity and cause close to my own heart, and I want to continue to contribute and help raise awareness, because raising awareness is always the positive. And UFS has, year after year, has raised more money and more money. And even over these past 6 years of my involvement, UFS is fantastic, its members are fantastic, and I will continue being part of this team for as long as I can.
Forever. Then that's what you mean, forever.
You both are absolutely incredible. Just to get a little bit personal on here, Lizzy, would you explain to us how Relay for Life has affected your real life? in any particular way that you wish to share?
Well, when I had cancer, the area that I lived in at the time didn't have the American Cancer Society. And after I joined SL, I found it. There's cancer support groups, there is caregiver support groups. So you can participate in there now. And every once in a while, I will go to the weekly Hope Lodge meeting that is run by Sandy Loxenby, which really helps me with my feelings of guilt and of surviving. And so many people didn't survive, including family. So that's how it really affected me, or it's helped me out. It wasn't during my cancer it helped me out because I didn't have access to it, but it was afterwards. So now when I have a scare, or if one of those secondary cancers that come out for thyroid cancer patients comes back, I will have access to that, abilities and the programs and the things that I didn't have access to before. The thing that I remember the most was being scared. I mean, this was the first time I ever had surgery. I hadn't even had a broken bone in my entire life. So I remember when they called me and they told me that I had cancer, not knowing what to do or where to go. And now I know, well, there's an 800 number. I can call this 800 number. I can get a patient navigator. I can contact any of my friends that are in the ACS group for support and help and knowledge and advice. And if I find a lump or if I find something that's not usual, then they help me with the support. And we basically help each other, essentially. There's cancer cancer support meetings weekly, so if anyone wants to get involved with that, they can. All they have to do is just contact either me or Kermie, and we can get them into contact with Sandy, who runs the support group. But I would say that RFL affected my life by giving it some relief and some support, that I know that I'm not alone and that I will survive whatever comes my way.
Thank you very much for sharing. Kermie, do you have anything to say to those who are fighting and or caretaking?
Yeah, it can be a very scary time for those who are diagnosed, for caregivers, and even survivors. What I would say is that reach out to people. Try not to be afraid of talking. There's many charities and supporters out there that have been through what they're going through. Even within Second Life, we have the survivor and caregiver meetings, like Lizzy has said, which is a way to unwind, to take off the stress of bottling your feelings up and speaking with people that are going through similar journeys. Together we can fight it. We can find a cure, and we will metamorphosize into a world free of cancer. On a personal note, from both myself and Lizzy, I want to thank the UFS members for being part of the team, for communications, for helping us advertise everything that we're doing for Relay for Life, to all the members that have donated their money to donate into the charity itself, for attending the events, even the JC Purple event that we just had, which we can now announce that the JCs will be going purple for 5.3 days. So that's going to be fun, seeing me with purple skin in a cadet uniform. But just thank you. And if anybody ever needs to reach out, if they have questions, concerns, we're here to answer your questions or direct you to the people that can answer them.
Thank you, Kermie. Thank you both for sharing. And I don't think there's enough words to show the true gratitude that I'm sure not only UFS, but so many of our members have for Relay for Life and what UFS does to promote it and participate in it. So really, thank you both so much. We're going to move into our quote of the day that I think goes with the theme. You cannot prevent the birds of sorrow from flying over your head, but you can prevent them from building nests in your hair. And this is an old Chinese proverb. From here, I'd like to do a small game, right? This is a very serious subject. We've shared some very personal feelings, and I think this game will be a nice way to end the show and have a little bit of fun. So the game that we're going to play today is called Butt Hurt. Calm down, Kermie. That's not what you think. This game is just a series of 10 questions, right? And it's going to involve all four of us. So I'll ask the question, and then I want us all to secretly write down our answers. Okay? Once we get through all 10 of the questions, I'm going to go back to the first question, and then we're going to share. You can choose yourself if you think you are the most relevant person, and then whoever has, I guess you could say, the most votes will win that. All right, has everybody got that? All right. So, question 1. Of the four of us, and yes, James, you don't count, sorry. Who is most likely to be demoted? All right, moving on. Question 2. Who is most likely a secret Tal Shiar agent? Question 3. Who is most likely a Vulcan in the streets but a Klingon in the sheets? Question 4. Who is the person you would least likely want to be stuck in a lift for several hours? Number 5. Who is the real alpha among us? Question 6. If we all crashed on a deserted desert planet, who would we sacrifice and eat first? Question number 7. Same scenario as above, but who would be the last person standing? Who is most likely to accidentally become pregnant during a first contact with an alien species? Question 9. Who has the weirdest secret holodeck program? Okay, final question. Who is the biggest nerd among us? All right, now we're going to go back, and for each one we can share who we picked and see who's the lucky guy or gal.
I think the list that I put off, I think I need to explain some of them.
We'll be explaining for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's start with 1. Who is most likely to be demoted? And Lizzie, let's start with your answer.
Well, I said myself.
All right. Kermie, what's your answer?
I said Rich because I know what he's like as my XO.
Oh, burned. All right, Emma?
I said me.
Wow. And I said Kermie.
So we're all equally getting demoted.
Oh, man.
Except me, because I have promotions and awards.
That's perfect. All right. All right, so there's no clear winner. We all equally suck. Number 2. Who is most likely a secret Tal Shiar agent? Emma, let's start with you.
I said Lizzie. No one can possibly actually be that nice.
All right. I said Emma, because we all know you're evil inside. Kermie, we'll go with you.
I said Emma because I know how she flirts with Cialis.
Flirting with danger. Lizzie?
I said Rich.
Me? I die too much to be a secret agent. Or is that all part of my plan? Well, Emma, seems you are the most likely to be a Tal Shiar agent.
Wow. Wow. Just reminding you guys I'm in charge of your health.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a divider in here, one that is phaser proof. Thank you. Moving on to number 3. Who is most likely a Vulcan in the streets but a Klingon in the sheets? Well, we'll start with Kermie this time.
Well, this is me, so I said me.
But of course you did.
Of course.
Lizzie.
I said Emma.
Taking it a little literally there, aren't you?
Oh. And Emma.
I chose you, Rich.
Well, I actually chose you as well. So it looks like Lizzie and I know something that nobody else does.
So I'm both
kidding.
a Tal Shiar agent and a Klingon in the sheet. Good to know. Good to know.
Goals.
All right, moving on to number 4. Who is the person you would least likely want to be stuck in a lift in for several hours? I chose myself because I would most likely die, and then you would be stuck with a decomposing body for several hours. Kermie, you're up.
I said Lizzie because I've gamed with Lizzie, and she gets lost in a straight room. I would hate to see her get lost in an elevator.
Lizzie, how about you?
Because your cloned body will start stinking.
We were in the same mindset. Emma, how about you?
I voted Kermie because those gas clouds.
That's only for Alex when he's in a crowded room.
Games.
Well, it looks like I won that one. Nobody wants to be stuck in a lift with my decaying corpse. All right, who is the real alpha among us? Lizzie, let's start with you.
I said Emma. I don't know why. I did Emma in my email.
I went with you, Lizzie. So
Wow.
there's
Oh,
secret
okay.
girl power
You can see
happening
where-
here.
You can see where this is going, the girls teasing each other.
Does that mean you chose me, Kermie?
No, I chose myself.
I'm gonna erase
So
my
modest.
answer. I actually picked Kermie. Whether or not he actually is, he certainly would think he was, and he just proved me right. He is the alpha among us. All right, number 6. If we all crash on a deserted desert planet, who would we sacrifice and eat first? Even though I think I know the answer to this, but we will start with Emma.
Rich, because it's not like we'd be sad. We know you've got a clone somewhere.
Oh, at least you're thoughtful. Oh, so I've become a comfort food. Perfect. Kerm.
I literally put Rich. That new clone taste. Mmm.
Lizzie.
Oh, because you have multiple clones in this food forever.
Oh, looks like I am the first one down.
Congratulations.
I guess at least we're all unanimous about one thing, and that is Rich is probably tasty.
Right? I will lick him later and let you know. Wait, is this a PG show?
PG-13.
I melt in your mouth, not in your hands. Moving on. Same scenarios above, but who would be the last person standing? Let's start with Lizzie.
I said myself because I'll eat you all before I die.
Nice. Kermie?
I said me because I look moldy, so you're not going to want to eat me.
Come on, eating greens is good for you. Emma?
I said Kermie because those damn Orion charms.
Oh.
See,
I take it back.
I said Emma. I figured you would convince everybody that they needed to sacrifice themselves with your medical knowledge.
No, that's the Tal Shiar and Klingon in her.
Well, there's also that, but shh, she's a secret agent. Secret. Which is why we're saying it on a public show.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8. I swear I can count. Who is most likely to accidentally become pregnant during a first contact with an alien species? I, of course, said Kermie. Because
I said Kermie.
Being all diplomatic, of course he would want to shake their hands, and that would probably be enough. Lizzie, who did you say? Did you say me?
Yeah, I said Kermie.
Oh, Kermie. And Kermie?
I said Emma because she wouldn't need to get clearance to do interspecies mating rituals.
Well, I'm sorry, Kermie. I think the vote is to you.
Yes,
I may be a Klingon in the sheets, but you're most likely to become pregnant during first contact.
Yes, I should be getting a splurge.
We'll throw you a baby shower sometime soon. So, number 9, who has the weirdest secret holodeck program? I'll go first. I said Lizzie because she's the one you wouldn't expect to have that, so clearly she's the one that does. Emma?
I said you, Rich, because I don't know. I just think there's got to be something weird going on with you and all those clones.
Now that you've said it, I'm picturing it.
And Lizzie?
Kermie, Orion's does Vulcan.
Sounds like a special on PBS. And the P is not for public. So, going on to number 10. Who is the biggest nerd among us?
I said all of us. Because we are sitting here playing Star Trek characters in uniform. Case dismissed.
That's a very good point. Liz?
I said Kermie because you can ask him any question about Star Trek and he can answer and even quote.
Nice. Emma?
I said Kermie mostly because of what his mom said before we started recording.
Nice.
Yeah, that was priceless.
For what she said was beep.
I just chose myself because I felt left out.
Aww.
Oh.
I think Kermie's answer might actually been the right one on that.
Yeah, I agreed.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but we might have all been put on blast just then.
So by default, that makes me the biggest geek for getting the correct answer.
Yes.
Oh, whoa. That was a lot of fun. That concludes our game. I hope nobody here is butthurt.
And I
Yep.
guess that just leaves us the final thing, which is to thank everyone for joining us today. And to remind you that today's episode is brought to you by Trials and Tribulations, the new game from Fleet Co. On a 10-year mission with nothing to do, try Trials and Tribulations to pass the time. Guaranteed to ease the boredom when boldly going where no one has gone before.